Hello and welcome to the introduction video to the Polymer Flooding Advanced Training course. I will take you through the agenda, the topics covered, the objectives, and hopefully I will answer the most frequent question people ask me before they enroll. Let's go. So what are the objectives? It's really to cover everything. So from the fundamentals to the field ranking analysis, how to select a pilot, the wells, looking at geomechanics completion, when to move from the lab to the field, how to select and characterize polymers, the filter test, rheology test, the equipment, thermal stability, degradation, how many Coreflows with or without oil, simulation, the pros and the cons, the software, pilot design, how to select the equipment, what are the implementation strategies, the monitoring tools, injection, production, water treatment, the economics, carbon footprint, and even the tendering process when you have to move from the pilot scale to the full field scale. Eventually, it's really to have, the goal is really to have an actionable plan that you can use and reuse, because the idea is to know what to look for in any case. So what to expect? So core comprehension from foundational principles and why tertiary is not the answer, why it's not worked in the last 75 years, why doing any EOR is better earlier than later, I would say, or sooner than later. What about the chemistry, viscosity insights, the difference between the lab and the field, how to transition from the lab to the field, what to look for the equipment, of course, and the monitoring, and deep dive into the real world case studies. So everything is covered in the course. So who would benefit from the course? Anyone interested in polymer flooding. So reservoir engineers, geoscientists, managers. The idea is that for managers, you can even have the first day covering the most important, the economics, the NPVs, and what are the incentives to really start looking at EOR and polymer flooding sooner than later. So that's really an important aspect. About the agenda. So more than 600 slides. It's either in person or soon they will be recorded. So in person it's 3 days, I would say, 4 days if we dive into real field cases and make the design all together. So we start with tertiary, secondary, primary, and why it has never worked. Why tertiary now should be, I would say, the word should be changed and we should go from primary to any assisted or recovery technique. Then we dive into the reservoir engineering concepts, an overview of polymer flooding, how it works, where it can be applied, what are the essential know-hows like raw materials, product forms, chemistry, monomer, polymerization. And we move then to the field before going to the lab to gather the data to design the right lab protocols. We discussed, of course, lab, Coreflooding. After we dive into simulation, how to design the pilot, to start the pilot injection or injectivity test, the equipment. We discuss economics, water treatment at the injection side, the production side, when you have a polymer breakthrough. We touch a little bit upon SP and ASP. We discuss, of course, field cases, polymer flooding in carbonates, should you have carbonate in your portfolio. And of course, a little bit of conformance, because polymer flooding is a conformance treatment, but having the flexibility to fix conformance issues before, during, or after polymer flooding will be really important to maximize the efficiency of the project. So one of the latest feedback I had was a 3-day seminar I did in person in Buenos Aires with Pan American Energy. So it was really a great session with a lot of interest about polymer flooding. There is a lot of great experience in Argentina, and in the case of Pan American, it was about multi-layered reservoirs and how to make polymer flooding work, generally speaking, but especially into complex stacked membrane systems, multi-layered reservoir into the San Jorge Basin. So I had really great feedbacks from the course. So about me, I am a geologist and reservoir engineer by background, a little bit of geophysics here and there. I spent more than 15 years working on chemical EOR conformance. At the beginning with SNF, where I was asked to design pilots around the world, a little bit of R&D, Coreflooding, economics, a little bit of everything. So in Americas, in Northern Africa, Middle East, Europe, Eastern Europe, in Asia. So really a lot of projects where I gained, I think, a lot of knowledge that I tried to summarize into a book that I published in 2019. And so I try now to share this knowledge through websites, videos, and these kind of things. And a couple of publications that I've been working on, if you're interested to understand what kept me up at night during these 15 years. And finally, of course, should you need more information, I'll be more than happy to provide them either by email or on the website. And anything that I have not covered or that might be covered during the course, the videos or the sessions, I'll be more than happy to do so and to make a little bit of homework on specific reservoirs and help you with literature reviews in order, to make everything as successful as possible for the projects that you are working on.